Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. My name's Levi McCurdy, and this is episode 154, I think. I don't know. It's something like that. Who knows what number it is? Listen, we're live right now. I was going to wait a little bit, but I saw this notification pop up. Ladies and gentlemen, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is live on TikTok right now. This is live in the moment.
What are we doing?
Here we go. She just got a cowboy hat. Let's check in with Gypsy Rose. Let's hear what the latest deets are. Holy shit. What do we do? I've never even been a part of. Let's get 1080, please. Thank you. We're live, folks. Oh, here's the chat. Okay. Oh my gosh, let's give it a heart.
Oh, having a nice, good FaceTime with me.
Dude, we're live with Gypsy Rose.
Thank you so much.
Who's she thanking? You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, here we go. This is it.
I think my dad's playing music in the shed.
Ah, bastard.
Oh, thanks. We are heading. Mia is gonna meet us
Where you
at the Airbnb where we're having the gender reveal.
A gender reveal.
And we're gonna set up for tomorrow. She got like this, like balloon arch thing, so we're gonna set that up.
Oh my goodness, how exciting. That's why she has pink on. Oh, she wants it to be a girl. Okay. What do we think?
You know what I hate is how my legs look. Like
me too, girl. Me too.
So pasty.
Yeah.
And have you ever I don't know, all you gals, I have bumps on my legs.
What?
So I use shaving cream, but I still have razor burn.
Yep, I know why.
And so I don't know if that would be more better on my skin.
Why does it keep skipping?
I think I just have really sensitive skin. All right, let's see. Sorry, guys. All right, well, I've got these.
Tattoo is heinous.
They might be a little too big.
Claire's, 50% off.
I need more jewelry.
Macy's.
Turtles?
Macy's, 50% off. That's what it is.
What are we doing?
All right, dude. I'm done with this shit. This is what she does now.
Okay.
This is what everybody does now. This is what we do now to make money. Hey, listen up. If you're on social media and you're like, I need money, my bills, my car, my rent, everything's due. I need to make money. This is what you gotta do now. Okay? Posting to your stories for the 14 people in your hometown isn't making you money in 2024.
What are we doing?
Okay? You got to start going live, princess. You got to be live all day, every day. Whether you're struggling, whether you're not, whether it's a pool day, whether you're in the car complaining. If you think that the Snapchat stories and the Facebook post and whatever else to get the attention, that's not making you money. Live. You gotta go live. Show them taking your car. Show them, show your kid going to school. Show everything. Be live 24/7. That's how these people make money. Jason Nash, Gypsy Rose, the whole online culture now is live 24/7. I told my stylist this. I told her this months ago. I don't think she's done it yet, but I told her months ago, and I'm going to get the messages I got. That's why I have them. I'm going to screenshot them when this whole thing becomes true. I told her, you need to have a phone, a dedicated phone. You can get one for $200. I told her you can go live 24/7. Get a cheap iPhone, Android, whatever. Set it up on a tripod in the corner of your shop, in your house. Move the tripod around. It's okay to have movement. Do Go live 24/7. This is going to be the new norm, okay? This is going to be the new IRL and stream. You see now your Twitch guys, your Kick guys, your Aiden Rosses, your iShow Speeds, your Kai Sinets. They're not just in the house anymore. They're on the streets of New York. They're in Paris. They're jumping over cars. They're in U-Hauls. They're driving around. They're in small New York City delis. I mean,
What are we doing?
You gotta move. So take the camera, move the tripod, move everything with you. You have to be live. This is how you're going to afford your bills in 2025. I'm telling you, get started now. Because once everyone starts doing it, once the people down the street and the local rappers and the Shambeezes of the world start going live 24/7, then it's over. Then you just have to stop. Then the trend's over. You can't ride it anymore. But when you listen to me, get it done now. Get it started. And the wave, I'm telling you, go live 24/7. And guess what? People are going to find you. They're going to send you cowboy hats. They're going to send you freaking donuts.
What are we doing?
And you're going to get $1 here, $1 there. And that's more dollars than you had just sitting in the car, by the pool, on the deck, outside of the sidewalk, talking to the people on your Snapchat story that don't support you financially. I'm telling you, reach out to the internet, okay? Because your social medias are just, you got to go live. You got to get a wider audience, okay? This is what the new way, this is what the influencers have all figured out. This is what you need to jump on before it's too late. Start going live 8 to 12 hours a day. I'm not even joking. It started out as a bit, as many things on this podcast do, but now I'm 100% serious. This is honestly 100% advice. If you have a business or a craft or a trade, or you do something interesting, or you need to make money, you need to get on TikTok live and start entertaining people in some form or fashion. You know how to dance? Turn on some music, go to TikTok live and dance. People will come, people will enjoy it, people will send you money. Okay, that's how you're going to make your nut this summer.
What are we doing?
And seriously, what's going to happen? That's exactly, I'm not even kidding. And if you don't, it's kind of insane. It's kind of insane if you don't actually jump on this trend and listen to Levi. If you don't listen to me, and that's the issue that most of you have. The issue that most of you have is that you're worried about what other people will think. You're worried about what your so-called friends will think. You're worried about what your so-called family. You're worried about what others will think, when in reality, you have what it takes to do the right thing and to do what you know you need to do, to get on live, to make that video, to do whatever else you can do to make money, but instead you're not, because of the fear that comes with it. And so if you would just listen to me, here's the issue. You don't listen to this podcast.
What are we doing?
That's your problem. You're too busy. You're all too busy. You're all too busy thinking of other way, what's going on? What am I going to do in my life? When you should, in reality, instead of scrolling on Facebook, you should be listening to this podcast. And honestly, it's kind of an omen, okay? I wasn't going to say this, but like, we've heard from plenty of people after they dedicated themselves to this podcast. Ask my editor, Jeff knows, once you listen to this podcast on a weekly, if not monthly, consecutive basis, we're on episode 154.
What are we doing?
Okay, so you've had time. Once you start listening to this podcast religiously, okay, then good things start to happen. You get creative, you get inspired, money just starts showing up in your bank account. I'm not even kidding. When I'm telling you, like, I'm not even joking at this point.
What are we doing?
It's actually one of the most insane things you're going to hear all week. is that every time I see those tweets, and maybe it's just the fact that you guys aren't on Twitter either, but every time I see those tweets that's like, yo, like this tweet and money will magically show up in your bank account, I like it. And then a day later, a client signs a contract for thousands of dollars.
What are we doing?
Okay, it's not a joke anymore. It's honestly quite a serious thing. If what you're doing now isn't working, okay, and it hasn't been working for the last, I don't know, let's say 6 to 9 to 18 months. If you're in the same situation you are in, let's just say, life, your relationship, your career, finances, where you live, what you do on a daily basis, if it's the same sitch that was your same sitch 18 months ago, then unfortunately it's going to have to be time to switch some shit up. You know what I mean?
What are we doing?
Because we can't keep riding this roller coaster with you, okay? We can't keep getting on, getting off, going up and down and on a loop, and today it got stuck, and they only gave us a free drink voucher.
What are we doing?
Okay? This roller coaster we've been riding on with, you know, with you all has just been mentally and physically exhausting to the point where when the roller coaster or the ride at Hershey Park does get stuck, you know, all we get is a buy one, get one free drink coupon for our next visit.
What are we doing?
True story, by the way. Okay, so it's kind of a situation where, we all got to go live. You have to, the bottom line at the end of the day, if you're going to take anything away from what I say here today, is that you need to get on TikTok and you need to hit the live button. You need to listen. And if you don't know how, go to TikTok, search Jason Nash, search Gypsy Rose, go to the live tab. It doesn't matter. They all do the same thing every single day.
What are we doing?
8 hours a day. You need to be live and kicking and ready to go. And TikTok is going to pump you and it's going to push your numbers. And that's what you need to do to get by. If you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, how am I going to make it? Not only is the simplistic answer, you know, Sheets will pay you like, I think $28 an hour or something insane, like more than I think I make.
What are we doing?
You know, it's pretty equivalent. So if you think you're above it, that's fine. But if you're not streaming on TikTok 8 hours a day, that is the bottom line. And I'm not sure really even where to go. And it's here. It's sad. We're here, folks. Listen, where's my notes? Where the fuck are my notes? Where are the notes? Oh, you got to do everything yourself in this damn studio. Here they are. We have meeting after meeting. We have pre-production. We have post-production. We have a meeting a week out. We have a meeting after the edit's done. We have a meeting with just the management team. We have a meeting after meeting after meeting with this goddamn production.
What are we doing?
And I can't even get my notes on the desk. But here they are. You know what I mean? We've got a few here. So listen, we've talked about it so many times. Every time, listen, I didn't want to do it. I've avoided it for so long, and now I have to. I have to talk about the downfall of MrBeast, okay? We've been fans. We've been supporters. We have been, and that's about it. I watch his videos. I don't buy his products or his merch. I just watch the videos. I think the videos are kind of sometimes, a lot of times, entertaining.
What are we doing?
Whether they're fake or not, we'll get to it. But what I see MrBeast doing as a YouTuber It's so hard. Like, I can only imagine, bro. Hey, has anyone checked in on Colin and Samir?
What are we doing?
Because with the downfall of Jimmy Donaldson and the entire MrBeast empire, it's not looking good. At first, it was like, he'll get through it. The statement was good. And now it's kind of like 3 strikes were out. I need someone to let me know the mental well-being of Colin and Samir, because these two, if we want to talk about someone, other creators, YouTubers, ride or die for MrBeast, these two have put their heart and soul into interviews, podcasts, flying to North Carolina, the merch, the newsletter. They've literally, I think, can probably contest a semi small to maybe large, maybe, I don't know, but a percentage at least of their audience to the MrBeast interviews and the pool he has.
What are we doing?
And so it's like, these guys, has anyone, let's check, have we heard from Colin and Samir? Because it's not looking good for their friend MrBeast. So here's the issue. As much as we love him, as much as we defend him in the hatred and in the tough times and everything that happens when you become the #1 biggest entertainer, influencer on the planet, to the point where when someone says, hey, how much do we need to pay for this ad spot? You put whatever number you want on the table, and they say, yes, okay.
What are we doing?
And so, listen, the snowball started at the top of the hill with, of course, who everyone knows now as Ava Chris Tyson, okay? And Miss Ava Chris Tyson is Jimmy's right hand, #2 or maybe #3, I think, at the channel. Not anymore, but was from, I think, the beginning, just a prominent character in the MrBeast videos. And so with that, you know, obviously Chris, he married his best friend, I think, his sweetheart, his wife. They had a beautiful son together. And then just a few months after those lovely events, Chris announces that he is transitioning into a female and is now going as Ava Chris Tyson. We reference her as Ava now, right? So it's Ava. And so this was a big thing. This was a big thing on Twitter. Not a lot of people understood. A lot of people criticized Jimmy for his audience is like younger kind of kids. And so this kind of serious adult topic to be prominent and in the center forefront of the MrBeast brand is something that, like, you know, they had to know was coming, okay? And so they handled it. They handled it perfectly. Jimmy defended Ava, said, like, look, her kids, like, at the set all the time. She's always there. She's always around. Literally, Ava's not in videos anymore because she'd rather spend time with the kid. So, like, you know, we shut down those rumors and, like, those anti-trans whatever kind of takes that a sub part of the internet attempted to stick on the Beast brand, but it didn't work until the truth and things and details just started to unfold. The Discord servers, the minors, the I guess lolly. I don't even know. Hey, I don't even know what lolly means.
What are we doing?
What? If anyone could let me know in the comments below, like this term they keep throwing around, I'm sure when I see it, I'll go, oh yeah, that makes complete sense. We're in a simulation. So the kid with the Discord server, Ava Chris Tyson, not just talking to some underage people in ways she shouldn't be talking to the people. And according to some insiders and other Beast employees, we knew this was happening. It was a continued problem, and which inevitably led to the separation of Mr. Beast and Ava, and the employment at Beast Enterprises, with the official announcement being that Ava stepped away to, work on herself, aka to let all the heat die down. So then, once that whole shit show of a week happened, we cut to next week. And so now this week, we've got a New York City, expose piece dragging the Beast Games through the mud.
What are we doing?
Literally, metaphorically, the contestants, like this whole situation with Mr. Beast and his $5 million prize Amazon Prime reality, Hunger Games, Beast Games, kind of this utopian style. Like, the prize is $5 million, okay? And so apparently what had happened is they weren't really ready for this level of production. Jimmy and his team didn't know what they were doing. People who needed specific meals weren't getting them, if fed at all. I think they were slow to roll out like a 3-meal-a-day program. For some reason, they make you give them your underwear and then they keep it and give it back to you periodically. But some females didn't get their underwear back. So it's just, and so there's a few sides to this story. We have a few people coming out against Mr. Beast. We have a few people saying like, yeah, these things kind of happen, but it's not as bad. It's over exaggerated. So Beast Games, and then the official excuse was they blamed it on the CrowdStrike server security patch Microsoft issue. And I don't necessarily understand how not having access to a computer doesn't allow you to give human beings access to food and water and like their underwear. So not sure what's going on over at the Beast Games production. Apparently it's not good. I almost signed up. I told Megs, I almost signed up. I asked her because I was available. Like, production was happening this month and the next month. I only had a few things that I would have had to worry about. And like, I almost applied to be on the game. $5 million. Yeah, I'll give it a shot for a lottery. And like, hey, 9 times out of 10, even if you don't win the 5 million, he's going to give you like a Tesla and 10 grand just for being the 37th person out of the game.
What are we doing?
So I almost applied. And thank goodness I didn't, because it sounds like literal hell. So that's like Ava Chris Tyson strike one, okay? Beast Games production nightmare strike two. Maybe we go back to the days of simplistic YouTube videos, Jimmy. Go to a different city, buy a used car dealership, give the cars away for $1, $10, $20, a quarter for free, whatever they have. You'll go viral every time. Like, going bigger and badder with explosions is cool, man. But when then we cut to strike three, aka your ex-employees breaking down the fact that most things are now staged, most things we don't really necessarily see, breaking down the whole like lottery of it all, the giveaways, the like subscribe or I'll delete your Minecraft account, this expose that his ex-employees are now giving on him. I mean, the interviews, the stories, like they set the kid, they put the kid in a room and they didn't turn the lights off. okay? Like military grade, not legal torture, like can't do that. And so now it's this he said, she said, Mr. Beast and his ex-employees are basically all coming together and corroborating all of their stories. And it's one of these situations where we have to ask ourselves, Mr. Beast,
What are we doing?
it's like, hey man, we've got to calm down. Okay, we've got to reel it back now. Like, and I'm pretty sure he just released a toy, like a children's toy, I think, is coming from Mr. Beast. And so it's just kind of this weird situation where, yeah, right here it is. And it man, does it freak you out? Does it freak you out? Because
I'm going to tell you about the greatest toy on earth, Mr. Beast Lab Swarms.
Can I drink this?
Put it down.
Just mix them, shake them, and create your MrBeast. There's over 100 swarms to collect.
Is this one rare? No. Is this one rare? No.
This one.
So they're called Mr. Beast Swarm. It's Beast Labs. They're called Swarms. But it's just, it's not, it doesn't look good. What are these? Like, what are they? The line has been in the works since January when Mr. Beast first announced his partnership with Moose Toys. Okay. And this here you can see is the Hyper Chrome Panther. This is the rare one. This is the one you want to get, kids. So make sure you get mommy and daddy's credit card and you go to shop.mrbeast.com.
What are we doing?
And you purchase multiple of these kits. You get the $20 kit with everything you need. You get the add-ons, the 5, 10, 50. Get it all. Order more. Get the sign up for the subscription box.
What are we doing?
You know for a fact that there has to be a subscription box for $20 a month that comes with your chance to win a Hyper Chrome Panther, as well as a Feastables bar and a t-shirt from Mr. Beast every month. And there's a chance you could be in his videos. He's going to select one person who signs up for this subscription box to be in a future Mr. Beast video. So if you want a chance at winning 300, 400, 500, $1 million, all you have to do is go to shopmrbeast.com.
The rarest of them all, the
Look at it.
Hyper Chrome Micro Panther.
Whoa,
Mix,
babe.
Shake and create.
Wow.
Swarms, each sold.
Swarms. Yeah, look right here. So this will cost you, this one right here, this is the kit you need, 100. There's over 100 to collect, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, you get 12. Is that it? Okay, so you get 12. You would need to buy 10 of those at what I'm assuming is $30, probably $30 a set. You're looking at what, $400?
What are we doing?
Then you can get the 5-piece set. Oh, and that's probably $15 or $20. And then these two, like I said, the little, like you can just get a 2-pack for probably like $9 or $10. So, I mean, the children are going to swarm. How many times?
What are we doing?
Jimmy, right now, if you're real, Mr. Beast, if you are a real man, you will tweet out right now, how many times in the marketing meetings with the toy company did someone look at everything that you've got mocked up for them and ready to go, and they look around and we've got this on a board and you've got the toys and they're on the table and you see the packaging and Carl's fucking face is on it and Carl's excited because he owns 4% of this company too, and they go, hey, Mr. Beast, welcome to the lab. The children are going to swarm.
What are we doing?
They are going to swarm to this brand. How many people said it, Jimmy? I want a number right now. Give me a God's honest number, and if I believe it's true, I'll recant this entire segment, and I won't think it's weird, man. But I'm telling you right now, you and Moose Toys, you better cancel that contract, Moose Toys. If we get a sniff, if anyone gets a sniff that Ava Chris Tyson was involved in the toy company.
What are we doing?
Like drama alert, okay? And let's not even get started on the ex-girlfriend and the cryptic message, okay? Let's get this up here. Can we zoom in on this? Oh, we sure can. Perfect. Oh, now she didn't necessarily say his name. She didn't necessarily speak on who she was talking about, but the context clues are there, folks. Okay, the context clues are here. I've spent years
What are we doing?
being quiet, never acknowledging that time in my life, just quietly cheering on those who I saw mistreated. Oh, just quietly cheering on those who I saw mistreated. Yeah. I don't want drama. I don't want anything. I just want to speak up for my 19-year-old self. 19 to 21 are formative years, and as a young woman, it impacted the way I saw myself, the way I interpreted my future, and how I trusted men. There was no user manual. There was no instructions on how to deal with gaining and following quickly. No cheat sheet on dating someone famous. I did the best I could, but I was not okay. Months of therapy, so many journal entries, long talks with my mom. Why do I still feel like it was all for nothing? I believe I should be used as a cautionary tale. If something is too good to be true, it probably is. How he treats other women will ultimately be how he treats you. You are smart, beautiful, and capable of a career, life, and relationships you are proud of. I do not aim to take anyone down. I just simply and explicitly tell you that there are scary people out there. People will hurt you, use you, spit you out, and then tell you it's your fault. It's all of our jobs to protect our friends, our moms, our wives, our sisters, our daughters, ourselves from people like that. If you see something not cool, speak up. And then on the next Instagram story, she tags at YouTube and says you need to reevaluate who you are putting on the trending page.
What are we doing?
So, listen, man, it's kind of like 3 strikes, you're out, man. It's not looking good for Jimmy. I don't know what the next move is for him. I don't know. I don't know what next steps are. Listen, here's what I think just needs to happen. I think this is where we need to go. We need to bring this all full circle. And if MrBeast and his team want to get ahead of this, they'll have the video. Make the video. I put my transgender friend on an island for 3 days. This is what happened.
What are we doing?
Or I put my transgender friend and 100 of his gay friends on an island for a day. Last one to leave the island wins the island and a yacht.
What are we doing?
Like, we've gotta bring it full circle, MrBeast. We've got to listen. We can't keep doing this back and forth with the dislikes on the recent videos. Now that's happening. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a situation that I don't think I don't know how to address it. I don't know how to come back from the fact that you've not only got ex-employees claiming abuse, breaking down on camera, crying on camera. I mean, it's a situation where I don't think anyone's ready to kind of fully understand how he's going to come back. So Let me know what you think in the comments. That's really all I'm going to touch on. I know there's a lot more. If you can find the videos of the employees and the interviews online. It's just an insane situation. But now what we need to do is we need to go on to another solved mystery. Okay, it's what we do here at the What Are We Doing?
What are we doing?
Okay, it's what we do. It's what we do here. We solve mysteries, okay? Now, a few years ago, there was 2014, 10 years ago, a mystery, an insane mystery struck the people and the hearts of New York City and Central Park, okay? To what workers and hikers and walkers and the public could only describe as a mutilated baby bear cub on the heels of wheels of a bicycle. Okay, so I mean, just listen to this story right here. I mean, this is something straight out of a nightmare. Take a look.
The discovery of a black bear by a dog walker just a few feet from Central Park's main jogging and bike path today was alarming and strange, especially for New Yorkers like Helen Zokanich, who's come here almost every day for decades. How unusual is that?
Very unusual. I've never seen a bear. I mean, I've lived in New York City all my life, and I've gone to Central Park with different dogs.
Yeah, Helen.
I mean, I've never seen a bear.
Helen's never seen a bear.
What are we doing?
Button malfunction.
Raccoons and other
Raccoons.
things.
We've seen everything, other things, but not a bear. Not a bear, okay?
Not bears, lots of dogs.
The NYPD is investigating.
Look at him. Investigating his heart out. He's just keeping
What
watch.
are we doing?
He's keeping watch. There could be other bears afoot. There could be other
And
bears
quickly
in the
told
park.
us there are no reports of any bears missing from the Central Park
Right.
Zoo, quashing the first theory from passersby like
right.
the cyclists and pedicabs.
We have a little small zoo, but in the zoo we don't have a bear. Maybe I escape from there, but
They're saying there's no animals missing from the zoo.
right. It's a big surprise. I don't know.
The dog walker who found the cub
It's a big surprise. I don't know. Is a zoo over there? Is a zoo? Oh, it has to be from the zoo.
What are we doing?
You silly American. You silly American. It's from the zoo right over there. I don't know. And it's not? Oh, they said it's not from the zoo? Oh, well, then I don't know. It must not be a bear.
Small zoo, but in the zoo we don't have a bear. Maybe I escape from there, but
They're saying there's no animals missing from the zoo.
right. It's a big surprise. I don't know.
The
Big
dog
surprise.
walker who found the cub told a member of the Central Park Conservancy, which runs Central Park. They called police. The Conservancy told News 4, whenever any wildlife is hurt or harmed, we are upset about
Of course.
it. But the discovery became a mystery, with some wondering, had the bear been killed elsewhere and dumped here?
If you can do that to an animal, why not to a human being?
More so, I'm wondering.
Wait.
What are we doing?
What did she say? If you can do that to an animal, why not to a human being? Go back, please. Wait. Did she just say?
Mystery, with some wondering, had the bear been killed elsewhere and dumped here?
If you can do that to an animal, why not to a human being?
Oh.
What are we doing?
My God. Did we lock her up? If you can do that to an animal, why can't you do that to if you're allowed to just slaughter and murder an animal like a baby bear, why can't you just do that to like that bitch down the street who's been sleeping with my boyfriend? Why can't
What
you?
are we doing?
Why can't you slaughter a human being and just dump them in Central Park? Do we have answers on that? No, we didn't write that one down in today's meetings notes. So apparently we don't know. We're going to Google it, maybe ask ChatGPT, but I'm almost certain the answer is it's illegal.
What are we doing?
The discovery became a mystery, with some wondering, had the bear been killed elsewhere and dumped here?
If you can do that to an animal, why not to a human being?
More so, I'm wondering how it got here. I've never seen a bear here before.
And wildlife officials tell us that the bear was removed in a bag and taken in a State Department of Environmental Conservation car up to Albany, where a necropsy, essentially an autopsy, will be performed as they try and figure out just what happened to this baby bear. In Central Park, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Okay. All right. That's it. So it's a mystery, dude. It's a mystery. Where, oh, where has my little bear gone?
What are we doing?
Where, oh, where can he be? Until we fast forward 10 years later. Listen, this is what else I need everyone to understand. When you commit a crime, when you do something as heinous as like kill a bear or a person, like, and you're sitting pretty 9-10 years later, I need you to fully understand that that shit will come out and still bite you in the ass. Like, I just talked to someone recently again the other day about DJ Freeze. And for those of you who are local and don't know, DJ Freeze is your mom's favorite nightclub wedding DJ, okay? DJ Freeze is from Lancaster County. He had residencies in clubs in like South Africa and California, all over the country. And he came back here to Lancaster and he would DJ in the nightclubs and he would go do weddings and he would charge thousands and thousands of dollars because he's a world-renowned national DJ.
What are we doing?
Until the company 23andMe comes out. Listen, if you think the company 23andMe is for you to figure out the heritage of your family tree and where your long-lost father is, newsflash, he's a deadbeat.
What are we doing?
And he doesn't want to meet you. That's not what 23andMe is for, okay? It's for the FBI to solve their unsolved crimes. And that's what they did with Mr. DJ Freeze. It's what they did with this bear incident. It's what they're doing to solve unsolved murders and heinous crimes like this one. So DJ Freeze, somewhere along the way, I think in the late 80s or 90s, murdered a very nice, innocent young woman after, like, he took her home from one of his club gigs.
What are we doing?
And so, thanks to 23andMe and his idiotic relatives signing up for it and putting the swab in their cheeks, the FBI went straight to one of DJ Freeze's weddings, pulled his water bottle out of the trash can because now it's public domain.
What are we doing?
Swabbed that for DNA and arrested his ass because it was the match they needed to solve the murder from the 1990s. Okay? When you think you're scot-free, they're gonna get your ass, all right? So here we have... Whoa, dude, we have a full-blown confession, okay, from none other than presidential candidate running for president in the race. You can vote for him on most ballots. R.K. Jr., Robert Kennedy Jr.
What are we doing?
Has confessed. Wait, he confessed? He confessed. It wasn't 23andMe. Well, the DJ Freeze thing was a 23andMe story, but okay, RKJ, I don't know, RFK, Robert Kennedy's a Kennedy.
What are we doing?
I get them all confused, I'm sorry. So he confesses. He confesses to this bear story. Listen to this. This is the man you're supposed to vote for. This is the man Joe Rogan wants you to vote for.
In front of me hit a bear and killed it. A young bear. So
why is Roseanne there? Why is he confessing his crimes to Roseanne? Why is Roseanne Barr in the kitchen? And look at her, dude. Look at this face. She just wants to drink her coffee. She just wants to drink her like coffee that definitely has a little bit of Kahlua, maybe some other liquor in it. But Roseanne wants nothing to do with this. And Mr. Robert Kennedy is out here just explaining the time he murdered or someone. He had something to do with a bear. Let's listen.
I pulled over and I picked up the bear and put him in the back of my van because I was going to skin the bear, and it was very good condition, and I was going to put the meat in my refrigerator, and you can do that in New York City.
He was so.
What are we doing?
They were driving in upstate New York. For those of you who can't understand, he was driving in upstate, or just not paying attention. He was driving in upstate New York, and he was in front. There was a van in front of him, and the van hit the bear. And in New York, it's perfectly legal for you to take said bear, get it registered as roadkill, skin the bear, take the meat, put it in your fridge, and then later cook and eat the meat of the bear.
What are we doing?
That psychotic red flag number one.
Get a bear tag for a roadkill bear. And so then we went hawking, and I had the bear in my car. And then we had a really good day, and we went late. We were catching a lot of game, and the people really loved it, so we stayed late. And instead of going back to my home in Westchester, I had to go right to the city because there was a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse.
Had to go there, Peter Luger Steakhouse. You don't deny the steakhouse.
What are we doing?
Right? I mean, it's blatantly obvious.
And it was a dinner at Peter Luger's Steakhouse.
Right.
And at the end of the dinner, it went late, and I realized I couldn't go home. I had to go to the airport. And the bear was in my car, and I didn't want to leave the bear in the car because that would have been bad. So then I thought, at that time, this was a little bit of the redneck in me. There'd been a series of bicycle accidents in New York. They had just put in the bike lanes, and saw a couple of people that got killed.
Roseanne, we're now almost 2 minutes in, and she is fed up.
What are we doing?
She is ready to go. She wants out of this situation. She is ready to be done with this story, dude. It's just so now we have to fly out somewhere. He didn't think this through. Somehow Robert, RFK Jr., says he has no idea what his schedule is, to the point where now we have to dump a bear because it's just going to sit in the trunk of his car because he has to be on a flight to go somewhere.
Accidents in New York, they had just put in the bike lanes, and saw a couple of people that got killed, and it was every day, and people had gotten badly injured. Every day it was in the press. And so I thought, I wasn't drinking, of course, but people were drinking with me who thought this was a good idea. And
Look, the disbelief on Roseanne's face.
Thought this was a good idea.
Like, hey man,
what are we doing?
It's not a good idea. And this face right here says it all. She's like, this sounds like an idiotic idea, bro. This sounds like a stupid idea. This sounds like a psychopathic red flag number 2 idea. Thank you, Roseanne, for being the face of America.
And I said, well, I had an old bike in my car that somebody had asked me to get rid of it. I said, let's go put the bear in Central Park and we'll make it look like he got hit by a bike. It'll be funny for people.
And that's not funny.
What are we doing?
What is funny about that? It is so often these days that, like, we'll be in these serious situations, politicians especially, RFK Jr., like, what's funny about that, bro? I'm pretty sure that in itself is illegal.
What are we doing?
You can't just hit a deer or a bear on the road and then go dump it in Central Park. Like, that's gotta be... Can we check the facts on that? Like, that's gotta be something. Like, what? And we're laughing about it. and there's no repercussions for this story. Like, it's just a situation where I don't quite understand. Now, who am I supposed to vote for, Joe Rogan? Now, who am I supposed to vote for? You got Joe Rogan out here endorsing RFK Jr., of course. Like, it's a never-ending wheel of bullshit and lies. Listen, and Taylor Swift, thank God. Thank God.
What are we doing?
Thank God for Taylor, because we've got a situation here. She's okay. First and foremost, we'll just hit it from the top. Taylor Swift is okay. She is safe. She is resting comfortably. If you haven't heard, wake up, people, because we're in the end times now.
What are we doing?
Okay, you thought an assassination attempt on the president was bad. We've got now ISIS involved, okay? ISIS, the terrorist organization. Just saying that name is probably going to get this entire YouTube channel deranked, monetized, shadow banned, all this hard work. I'm probably getting shut down right now.
What are we doing?
But all I have to say is that it's worth. ISIS is attempting to take out Taylor Swift and a select chunk of her fans and army, and we're not going to stand for it. Listen, an ISIS-linked plot to attack a Taylor Swift concert in Austria has been narrowly foiled by the police, according to reports. Thank God for the Austria Police Department. 2 suspects, a 19-year-old living in his parents' home, aren't they always?
What are we doing?
Near Vienna, along with 2 other men, were arrested Wednesday after police raided the home and found various chemical substances, according to various chemicals and substances, according to the Austrian outlets, Kronzitugen, I don't know what the name of the outlet's called. It's TMZ, basically. TMZ of this country. The pair were allegedly targeting Swift's concert at Vienna's Ernst Happel Stadium. Said that wrong, which is scheduled to play Thursday through Saturday. So it's constant 1, 2, 3 night event to sold out crowds, of course.
What are we doing?
The suspected perpetrator was focused on Taylor Swift's concerts. Predatory actions were detected, said Austrian Director General for Public Safety. Listen, hey, listen. This is serious talk now. This is no bullshit anymore. ISIS has targeted and attempted to take out Taylor Swift.
What are we doing?
And if that's not bad enough, at the same time, the Austrian police were wise enough to stop this attack from happening a week beforehand. But the United States Secret Service and the Pennsylvania Police Department couldn't stop Donald Trump from being shot.
What are we doing?
So that's where we're at now. Taylor Swift has more protection and security around her than the president, the past President Donald Trump. Get her out. Get her home. I don't know why she's not on the first private jet. That's her own. It's on the runway. She should be in the United States in the arms of Travis Kelce right now.
What are we doing?
I don't know why she's still there. The Secret Service couldn't stop a high school marksman, the worst one on the team, from shooting Donald Trump in the head. But we stopped a Taylor Swift ISIS terrorist plot to not only take out T-Swizzle, but some of her army as well. And it's not looking good. I mean, it just...
Austrian
let's
police
go
have
to the
thwarted
official
an
story.
alleged terror plot targeting Taylor Swift's upcoming concerts. As a result, the singer canceled all 3 of her Vienna, Austria shows planned for this coming weekend. According to officials, they found chemical explosives, detonators, and ISIS propaganda at the main suspect's home.
Where do you get, like, if you're living at your parents' house?
What are we doing?
Where are the parents? Do you not notice if my son comes waltzing in the door with explosive chemicals, bleach, manure, triggers, electronics, and I say, hey son, what are you doing? And he says, oh, it's okay, Dad, I'm just building a bomb. Where are the parents? They found explosives and ISIS propaganda in the 19-year-old kid's bedroom. This is where we're at. Listen, Megs and I were watching Breaking Bad again. You think the drug using the children? This is what's happening in the world, okay? The 40-year-old ISIS generals are busy being locked up in Guantanamo Bay. We've got to trigger the kids now. We've got to activate the kids. Get the 19-year-olds. They can go to the store and buy the chemicals they need for the bombs. Get them ready.
Joining us now, CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh. Nick, what are you learning? I know you've been following these developments very closely.
Yeah, Wolf, it's startling that the three suspects Austrian police are questioning or have detained, and there's no one else at this point they're looking for, are all teenagers. Now, the prime suspect here is a 19-year-old who appears to have pledged allegiance to the new leader of ISIS early in July.
Great.
And then late July, the 25th, actually, officials say, quit his job, saying he was planning something big and changed his appearance. Now, police found yesterday at his home, about an hour's drive from the Taylor Swift concert venue, precursors for explosives, detonators, $21,000 in counterfeit currency, and even a police blue flashing light. Now, they suspect that he was going to use that light to ease access to his vehicle into the crowds around the periphery of the Swift concert that was supposed to be tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday night as well. They then say, officials, that he was going to essentially lead to his own death, act as a suicide attacker with explosives and knives against the thousands of people who often go to these European concerts of Swift to overhear, to join in the atmosphere without necessarily having to pay the significant fees for the tickets. Now,
Wait. Stop. He says he wants to use his excuse for this is because the ticket costs are way too high.
What are we doing?
Oh my God. He's going to use it against thousands of people.
Death acts as a suicide attacker with explosives and knives against the thousands of people who often go to these European concerts of Swift to overhear, to join in the atmosphere without necessarily having to pay the significant fees for the tickets. Now, he was joined, it seems, by a 17-year-old. Not quite clear if they were going to be executing or more involved in the planning, but a 17-year-old who police say recently broke up with his girlfriend.
That's it. That's it.
What are we doing?
That's it. That's all you need right there. That's all you need to know. No one else is going to bring this up except for me. That's why we're doing this. We now have the motive. We now have the motive for the attack. The 19-year-old, just because he's the oldest, doesn't mean he's the brains of the operation. Look at this guy. Whichever guy was in charge, we don't have their pictures, of course not, because they're scum. Whatever guy just got broken up with is the mastermind. Him and his girlfriend had tickets to the show.
What are we doing?
They had tickets to the show, and I can 99.9% to 100% guarantee you that that man's girlfriend purchased tickets to the Taylor Swift show in friggin' that night, Friday or Saturday probably, and broke up with him for another dude, or she's taking her girlfriend, and now he doesn't get to go to the concert.
What are we doing?
This is the mastermind. If the police want to know who planned it, it's this kid, because now he doesn't get to go to the Taylor Swift concert, and his freshly broken heart of an ex-girlfriend is probably going with someone else of the opposite sex who will then fuck the ever-living shit out of her after the concert because they just went to a Taylor Swift fucking concert.
What are we doing?
And he's pissed. And he's got a buddy who lives at home with his parents that's got a lot of explosives and a lot of chemicals that could be turned into explosives, and he wants to burn this bitch to the ground. You're not gonna break his heart.
What are we doing?
And if he has to take T-Swizzle with him, then so be it. If he has to go, they all go. And I mean, this happened to me once. I didn't have it didn't happen to the extent that I had plans to blow up, the whole theater. But I had a girl, you know what I mean? A girl, she had bought me Penn and Teller tickets, dude. I was about to go see one of arguably some of the best magicians on the planet. Some of the longest running, greatest standing, arguably top 2, maybe 3 magician on the planet, Penn and Teller, to see their show when they were on tour in the city. My girlfriend broke up with me and kept the tickets for herself and went with someone else.
What are we doing?
Like the day before the show. And that's how quickly these plans get put into place. I didn't have a plan like this. I just stayed at home probably and got drunk, really, really, really drunk. And that's how I cope with things. But these guys over in that country had a different idea.
What are we doing?
Evidence perhaps of a state of mind. All these 2 individuals Austrian-born and a third Austrian-born 15-year-old boy.
By the way, lock up the ex. Lock her up.
Police say recently broke up with his girlfriend.
Yeah, lock up the ex-girlfriend. Aiding and abetting. She has everything to do with it.
What are we doing?
She knew the danger. She knew she was with the bad boy. She knew the friends he had. She knew what would happen if she broke this kid's heart. Drastic measures were going to be taken into effect, if and not when they broke up. So I lock her up. Aiding and abetting. It's a big deal. They almost killed Taylor. You thought there'd be a civil war if Donald Trump was dead?
What are we doing?
Oh, baby girl, if you thought that there would be a civil war in this country, let alone the rest of the world, if Donald Trump's assassination was successful, talk about T-Swizzle. If Taylor Swift would have met her demise this past weekend, if it wasn't for the heroic work of the local police there, it would have been catastrophic.
What are we doing?
Just think about that for a minute, dude.
Evidence perhaps of a state of mind. All these 2 individuals Austrian-born and a third Austrian-born 15-year-old boy who it says the investigation potentially had knowledge of the plot as it developed but may not have been necessarily involved in its execution. So a lot of detailed planning here, radicalization online, and horrifying, frankly, to see how young these individuals are and how close it seems to execution they were. That these arrests were a matter of hours, frankly, before the concerts began. Woo! And led police to be nervous enough that that concert organisers cancelled all 3 altogether. Well,
wow, dude.
What are we doing?
It just, talk about an extreme effort from the police and organizers. Thank God everyone's okay. Thank God Taylor's okay. Get her out, dude. Get her out. Get her back to this country. Get her back to Travis.
What are we doing?
He's the only one to protect her. If she does not get on the private jet right now, I don't how much she can't have much. She can't have many more shows. There can't be that many more. How many more shows does she have? It can't be that many. Come back, get Era's Leg 2 over in the United States where your save started right now.
What are we doing?
Get her here. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Levi McCurdy. This has been another episode of the What Are We Doing podcast. Here's a fun fact for you. If you hit the thumbs up button, it'll turn blue. And if you smash that subscribe button, I'll love you too. And dude, honestly, for me, I'm not MrBeast, dude. I'm not going to destroy your Minecraft server, okay? Have a good week, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. I'm headed to the beach. I'm literally in 12 to 24 hours. We'll be at the beach, and we're probably coming to you live from Ocean City. I'm not going to tell you which one. Next week, if you find me on the boardwalk, let me know. That's probably where we're recording the episode Friday. I don't know what time. I don't know where. It'll be a surprise. Come and find me. Let's podcast together. I can't wait. It's cation time, baby. I'm on vacation. I'm going on vacation. I'll see you losers later. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.